What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a very exciting video where we will analyze the Premier League fixture list because it's officially out. Liverpool will play Leeds United at Anfield, a newly promoted team. In the first game week, just like last season, the championship winners that time were Norwich, and Liverpool thumped them 4-1, and I really hope that Liverpool can repeat that and get a big win in the first game week. And after that, Liverpool have a very tough run of fixtures, which we will analyze in this video. And we will also talk about the big rumors coming from Spain that Ronald Koeman, the new manager of Barcelona, want to take Wijnaldum with him to sign for Barcelona. He wants to take basically half of the Dutch national team to Barcelona, it seems. They are already in talks with Van den Beek and Ajax. They want a full Dutch midfield with Frankie de Jong, Van den Beek and Jorginho Wijnaldum. So let me know guys, would you be happy if Liverpool sold Wijnaldum but brought in Thiago? It's just a matter of time until Thiago is officially announced. I will make a detailed video on the latest news regarding the Thiago transfer tomorrow, because we have some updates on that story as well. But first, let's analyze the fixtures, and later on I will talk about the Wijnaldum to Barcelona rumors. So if you guys enjoy these videos, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, because 57% of you guys who view these videos aren't subscribed to the channel, so make sure you do so you never miss the latest Liverpool and football updates and news. And also career mode videos are coming later today. The Champions League final, Liverpool against Bayern Munich, in season 4 of the FIFA 20 Liverpool career mode is uploaded. So really excited to show you guys that video. And Liverpool will play Leeds, as I said. Tottenham, Everton, Fulham, Arsenal stand out from the first game week. Sheffield United will play Wolves, Brighton will play Chelsea. And in the second game week, the first home game for Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech, the new Chelsea transfers, will be none other than Liverpool. It's Chelsea-Liverpool in the second game week. And also from game week 2 until game week 16, I think, every single game week there will be one top 6 encounters. So 2 top 6 big sides play each other in every single game week from game week 2 until game week 16, which is super exciting. And the first 2 big top 6 clashes will be involved at Liverpool, because Chelsea-Liverpool is in the second game week and Liverpool-Arsenal will be the third game week. So it's a really tough start for Liverpool if you just take a look at the first 5 game weeks. So it's Leeds United at home, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Aston Villa away and Everton away. So from the first 5 opening fixtures, 3 of them are away from home, and also Everton and Chelsea away is always a tough fixture. Arsenal at home and Leeds at home, I expect Liverpool to win comfortably. Liverpool-Arsenal are usually Liverpool win those games, but with Mikel Arteta I expect Arsenal to improve next season, and they will really push for the Champions League next season, I think, with some new signings. Aston Villa away will always be a tough game, and after that Liverpool have a pretty, like a little bit of an easier run of games, because we play Sheffield United and West Ham at home, and then the big one, Manchester City away in November after Champions League match day 3, and after that we play Leicester, Brighton, Wolves, Fulham, so some winnable games. Also the winter fixtures are pretty kind to Liverpool, because we play Crystal Palace on the 19th away from home, and then West Brom on Boxing Day and at home, Newcastle away 2 days later, and on January the 2nd Southampton away. So Newcastle and Southampton away, not too easy but not too difficult. They are not like top teams in the Premier League. And also the end of the Premier League season, Liverpool see a pretty comfortable run until the end of the season, because after we play Arsenal away on April the 3rd, we play Aston Villa at home, Leeds away, Newcastle at home, Man United away, Southampton, West Brom, Burnley and Crystal Palace. So the last like 9 or 10 fixtures, only one top team, and the rest are teams that Liverpool are expected to beat. So if Liverpool are in a good position with 9 games to go, and I expect Liverpool to fully assault this Premier League title race from the first game week. And also what is an advantage to Liverpool, I think, is that Manchester City and Man United will have a blank game weeks on game week 1. Man City will play Aston Villa at home, but that game is postponed because Man City were involved in the Champions League and Man United because they were involved in the Europa League. You know, that game they would have started Burnley away. That game is postponed as well, so I'm really hoping that Liverpool can hit the ground running. The Chelsea away game could be difficult, but I don't expect Chelsea, with all their new signings, to gel from the first game week. And also Timo Werner probably needs to learn, the Premier League needs to learn how Chelsea play, and I don't expect him to light Stamford Bridge on fire against Liverpool. But I really hope that I'm not wrong, because losing against Chelsea in the second game week would be really tough, especially now that Werner will be a Chelsea player, and you know that Jurgen Klopp wanted to bring Timo Werner in. And let's look at some other tasty fixtures. So Wolves will play Manchester City in the second game week. That will be the opening fixture for Manchester City in the Premier League, and I'm really happy with that, because Man City, with all their new transfers and with a shorter break, I expect Manchester City to be maybe not 100% ready for the Premier League start. I mean, they will be ready, but Wolves will be ready as well, and I expect a very tough game for Manchester City. After that, Man City have some winnable games. Man City will play Leicester at home in this third game week, and then Leeds away. So that's not too easy start for Man City. Man City after that we play Arsenal, and after that they play West Ham away. So in game week 3 there will be a Liverpool-Arsenal derby. In game week 4 there will be a Manchester United-Tottenham game, and then 1 week later it's Man City-Arsenal, and after that it's Man United-Chelsea, and after that it's Man United-Arsenal, after that it's Man City-Liverpool. So every single game week until like the middle of the season, after game week 1, we'll have a really big fixture. After that it's Tottenham, Man City, and then Chelsea, Tottenham. So there will be a very interesting run of fixtures, I'm pretty sure. And Tottenham have a brutal winter period, because on November the 21st Tottenham play Man City at home. After that they play Chelsea away, and then they play Arsenal at home, and then Crystal Palace away, and after that Liverpool away, and then Leicester at home. So that is a brutal fixture list for Tottenham. After that on Boxing Day, Tottenham play Wolves away, and after that they play Fulham at home. So that will be their first easy fixtures in a month for Tottenham. So that is a brutal Christmas period for Tottenham, which I'm really happy about, because that will just spice it up, I think. And I'm really looking forward to covering all the Liverpool games for you guys, but I will also analyze the biggest fixtures in the Premier League, and I will restart my Fantasy Premier League. So if you haven't already, make sure to join that. I will make probably a Fantasy Premier League announcement video just before the Premier League starts. But next Sunday, it's so incredible. Next Sunday, Liverpool's season kicks off with the Community Shield final against Arsenal on August the 29th. That's just 9 days away. And after that, it will be quite weird, because after that we'll have a 2-week break. And Liverpool will probably just train and play some pre-season friendlies, or just train hard, and then Liverpool will be ready for the first game week. I mean, Leeds United couldn't have had a tougher draw. Anfield away, Liverpool away is the toughest draw for Leeds United. And actually, I think the way Leeds United play could definitely suit Liverpool. They won't just come to Anfield and park the bus with 2 banks of 4 and just sit back. They will want to make an impression in the Premier League. And Marcelo Bielsa is an attacking-minded manager. So Leeds United will come to Anfield and they will try to attack and not just sit back. So there will be space behind the Leeds defenders, and I think Liverpool are just miles better than Leeds United, so hopefully that will show and that will hopefully come around and be displayed in the game. And Liverpool need to start the Premier League with a win, because after that we play Chelsea away and Arsenal at home, two very, very tough games. So we need the 3 points to hit the ground running, and hopefully Man City won't win against Wolves. I think the biggest title rivals for Liverpool will be once again Manchester City, but I expect Man United and Chelsea to improve a lot on last season's showing, and they will be closer to the top two. But I don't really expect Chelsea and Man United to be involved in the title race in April. I think they will fall away, but maybe they will fall away a lot later than last season. And who will be the surprise package this season? I expect Wolves to improve, and I will also expect Leicester City to maybe mount another top 6 challenge, maybe not the top 4. I mean, Leicester, I really felt sorry for them that they couldn't hold on to that top 4 place at the end of last season. They just suffered the worst injury crisis at the worst possible time in the final stretch of the Premier League season, and I'm pretty convinced that if Leicester has all their best players available, they would have finished in the top 4 and Man United would have missed out. Maybe Leicester in the Europa League, that's a kind of their rightful position, their true position, but it would have been so funny to see Man United with a Europa League football once again. And I'm really interested on what the teams can do in the transfer market with this pandemic and financial crisis. Not all the teams will have all the funds ready and available to spend on players, so this will be an unusual transfer window, and Chelsea will be probably the biggest winners of the transfer window, because they just have so much money that they didn't spend because of the transfer ban and because of selling Hazard and Morata to Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. They have like 150 million to spend. They spent like half of it already, but they are in talks with Leverkusen to sign Kai Havertz. And boy, if Chelsea sign Kai Havertz, they will be super strong next season, and maybe even stronger than I think they will be. But we shall wait and see what will happen in the rest of the transfer window. Remember that the transfer window is open until October, the beginning of October, so it's still a long way to go. And the Dutch sports newspaper is reporting that Ronald Koeman told Wijnaldum not to extend his contract with Liverpool because he wants to take Wijnaldum to Barcelona. He is a top priority to Ronald Koeman, and he already told Wijnaldum that he is very important. But of course, this is just a rumor at the moment. There is no official confirmation from either party. But it's a little bit worrying that Wijnaldum hasn't extended his contract still. There must be something in the background. Wijnaldum maybe is holding out on what will happen in the transfer window. Maybe he's seeing his options. He's keeping his options open, basically. That's one of the main reasons, I think, why he hasn't signed a new contract with Liverpool, because he just wants to see if any big club like Barcelona offers him a new contract. And also he wants to see what kind of transfers Liverpool may make. And I think if Thiago goes to Liverpool, there is a higher chance, obviously, of Wijnaldum leaving, and that wouldn't be necessarily a tragedy. I mean, I really love Wijnaldum, don't get me wrong. He's a brilliant midfielder, but is he better than Thiago? I'm not so sure. I think they are different kind of players. Thiago is more of a deep-lying playmaker. Wijnaldum is a little bit like on the front foot. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder. It's very difficult to tell whether Liverpool would be better with just their current setup or with Thiago coming in. Of course, the ideal scenario would be to keep Wijnaldum and every other midfielder that Liverpool has currently, and just bring in Thiago to freshen up and make a bigger squad, bigger midfield options. But is that realistic? Will Wijnaldum want to stay at Liverpool knowing that his numbers, his minutes will be reduced because of Thiago coming in? And if there is an offer from Barcelona on the table, and Ronald Koeman, a Dutch manager who Wijnaldum has a very good relationship with, because up until this point Ronald Koeman was the Dutch national team manager and Wijnaldum knows him very well. Is it realistic to expect Wijnaldum to stay at Liverpool and maybe see his minutes reduced? Because he could start every week for Barcelona, and that could be a good last few years for his career. I'm just thinking about Wijnaldum's personal perspective, and he already won the Premier League, won the Champions League with Liverpool, so you could see maybe a desire from Wijnaldum to open a new chapter in his career. I'm not saying that's what he's thinking, but I'm just like thinking out loud, brainstorming here, and I really hope that you guys enjoy this brainstorming from me, because I'm really I love talking football with you guys, and I love seeing your comments and what you think about this situation. So I really hope that we keep Wijnaldum and bring in Thiago, but it wouldn't be the worst case scenario to see Wijnaldum leave and Thiago come in. Liverpool need a fresh impetus in midfield. We need a fresh new player. Thiago is a world-class midfielder, and he will bring something different to the Liverpool midfield. We don't have a player exactly like Thiago in our team, who is a deep-lining playmaker, who is very creative. He can have an amazing vision on the field. He can pick out passes that nobody else will. And I'm not saying that he will play every game, but he will definitely play a lot next season, and you will see how good he is when he signs for Liverpool. I'm really interested in finding that out. And you shouldn't be worried about Virgil van Dijk being linked with Barcelona, because Van Dijk just signed a monster new big contract with Liverpool, and also Barcelona don't have the money to sign Van Dijk. Van Dijk would cost around 150 million. No joke, he is the best centre-back in the world, and right now he would cost 150 million at least, but I wouldn't even sell Van Dijk for that amount, and I don't think he would want to go to Barcelona. He's just establishing himself as a Liverpool legend, and I think he would want to stay at Liverpool. And also Liverpool can demand whatever they want, demand from Barcelona, because Van Dijk has a long contract. Wijnaldum is linked with Barcelona because of his contract situation. If Liverpool don't sell him right now, he can walk away for absolutely nothing next summer. So Liverpool are in an interesting situation, I think. And also one aspect that I haven't talked about is the Premier League will start with no fans in the stadium, but I think gradually as the season goes on, and maybe when a vaccine is introduced, there will be fans allowed back into the stadium. So having Chelsea away, Everton away and Manchester City away in the first 8 game weeks for Liverpool is actually an advantage, because if those away games come in the second half of the season, and probably Chelsea and Man City away are 2 of Liverpool's hardest away games, those teams having no fans in the stadium is actually an advantage for Liverpool. Maybe in the second half of the season, when we play Chelsea at home, Manchester City at home, Everton at home, there will be Liverpool fans allowed back into the stadium. So if you look at that, if you look at the fixture list with that perspective, I think it's actually a good thing to have those tough away games out of the way in the first 8 game weeks, because by then I don't think any fans will be allowed back into the stadium. I just can't see it happening in October, November. I think the situation will get worse before it gets better when a vaccine comes early next year, hopefully. So I think from that perspective, it's actually an advantage for Liverpool to have those very tough away games out of the way in the first 8 game weeks. But that's just my analysis. Let me see your comments, your analysis down below in the comments, and thanks for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you later, guys. Goodbye.